Hey guys, it's Livy, and this lighting is awful. I'm gonna try and sit back just a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. I'm admittedly facing a new way in my bedroom. I got a new bed. Not the only thing that's new. I'm going to be trying a new video schedule. This just occurred to me maybe yesterday, Sunday? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm gonna be trying to do Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep with that, but I'm gonna try doing a regular thing just so that I can start, actually doing something with this channel. I haven't decided really what each day is gonna be, but I do have like 3 different kind of things planned. I have my song covers planned for a day, haven't decided which day though. And then I want to get some more gaming stuff in, so that'll be on another day. And then I have a new series that I want to start. And I figured what better than to start with one of my favorite things. But the new series that I'm starting is I want to do book reviews. So I know all that intro was basically me explaining the new schedule, but we're going to get into this video now. And this video is all about the book review of my favorite book. Honestly, this is my favorite book. I have the whole Percy Jackson collection, which I may do book reviews on that too, but my favorite book though is this. The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen. And oh my gosh, can I just say right off the bat, like, this is a lovely book. I am one of those people that likes to tab my favorite spots, and I have a bad habit of tabbing almost every single page. I should probably just go through this and get rid of tabs, to be honest, but I love to tab my favorite parts in books, and these books, as you can see, are just full of good moments. I still have the price tag on it, don't know why, but I've had this for years, and it does say middle grade on it, so it's supposed to be like middle school reader, but who cares? It's an amazing book, and I love it, and I just recently finished the 4th book in the series. Here's the thing. It's a new thing, because originally these books were called the Ascendance Trilogy, because there were only 3. But now there's 4, so they had to change it to the Ascendance Series, which sounds weird to me, because I've always known it as the Ascendance Trilogy, but that's fine. Also, this is not, I think, the original cover of the book. This is like a different cover. Same book, same story. It's just a different cover. I don't know if I like the original cover or not, though. I don't even really remember. It's like the same, it's still blue, and it's still got a crown on it, but the crown is different, and then I think the style of writing up here is different. I don't know, it's just different, but I absolutely love these books, and I'm just going to read to you the summary that it gives on the inside jacket. Also, you can tell that all of these books, my whole series, they're very well loved. I've read these so many times, they never get old to me. Anyway, here is the summary that it gives on the inside jacket flap. All of my books of these, by the way, are hardcovers. I don't know if I prefer paperbacks. Oh my god, I forgot what the word paperback was for a minute. Sorry, guys. Paperback. Not sure if I prefer paperback books or if I prefer hardcover. I think it just depends on the book. Sometimes I use the jacket flaps as bookmarks, but as you can see, I prefer to use, like, paper. Anyway, here's the summary on the inside jacket flap. 4 boys, 1 treacherous plan, an entire kingdom to fool. In a faraway land, civil war is brewing. To unify his kingdom's dividing people, a nobleman named Connor devises a cunning plan to find an impersonator of the king's long-lost son, and install him on the throne. 4 orphans are chosen to compete for the role, including a defiant and clever boy named Sage. Sage knows that Connor's motives are more than questionable, yet his life balances on a sword's point. He must be chosen to play the prince, or he will certainly be killed. His rivals will be devising their own plots as well, so Sage must trust no one and keep his thoughts hidden. As Sage moves from a rundown orphanage to Connor's sumptuous, is that how you pronounce that word? I don't know. You can't read it anyway. Palace. Layer upon layer of deceit unfolds until finally a truth is revealed that may very well prove more dangerous than all of the lies taken together. And then at the very end, it just says, Jennifer A. Nielsen has woven a heart-racing tale full of danger and bold adventure, lies, and deadly truths that will keep readers on the edge of their seats. Oh yes, I 100% agree with this, because, dear friends and readers alike, this book has, like, an epic plot twist. I will, I will say right now, probably should have said this before, I'll put it in the description of the video. This video may have spoilers. I will try my very best not to spoil, but this book has, like, an epic plot twist. Actually, all the books have pretty epic plot twists of some sort in them, but, like, in the first book, you don't see it coming until it happens, and then you go, how did I miss that? And then when you read it again, you read through it and you're like, oh my god, all the signs. There's all the signs of whatever this plot twist was. And it's like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that before? And it's amazing. But this is a great book. I absolutely love it. Does this have any other? Oh right, this is one of the books that doesn't have, like, other works by Jennifer Nielsen. This book was written in, if I can find the copyright page, this book was written in 2012. So, yeah. Also, every book starts out with a map of their countries and surrounding whatever. Like, this is all set in a fictional land, by the way. It kind of gives me, like, historical fiction, realistic fiction sort of vibes. I say historical fiction because it's set in a time where there's no magic in this book. Oh, no. No magic whatsoever. And I'm a girl who loves her fantasy and loves her magic, hence why I have the entire Percy Jackson collection and all of the Harry Potter books. And I love the anime and manga Fairy Tail and Inuyasha. Like, there's so much magic involved. I love magic. These have no magic in them whatsoever. None. There's no magic. So that's why it gives me, like, historical fiction vibes, because it's set kind of in the time where, before guns were really a thing, they used swords mainly. Lots of swords. Lots of swashbuckling, if you will. Anyway, but yes, so this is the map. They have the sea over here. This is the Oranbel Sea. I don't know if I'm pronouncing all of these right, but that is how I'm going to pronounce them. So, the Oranbel Sea. This right here in the crease of the map is Carthia, and that's where, like, the entire story takes place, is in the country of Carthia. Part of it takes a little, like, at the border of this country called Avenia. And then they mention all these other countries, which are Weimar, Glen, and Mendenwall. Where we go is we go to... Hold on. Okay, here it is. I was trying to look for it on the map. So there's this point on the map, which you guys can't see, but this point on the map, which says Farthenwood, that is where 90% of the story takes place, is at this place called Farthenwood. It's not a city, it's a home. It's Connor's home in the book. And then there is this right here underneath it, which is Drilliad, and that actually has a star by it. That is the capital of Carthia. So, that's the map, and then it immediately jumps into chapter 1. And let me just read to you the first, like... Hold on. What is this sentence in? Okay. The first page plus the next, like, sentence on the next page just to finish out the paragraph. But let me just read this, because it'll show you why I kind of find this book funny, because it's a funny book to me. Because the sense of humor from the main character, who is Sage, by the way, if that wasn't clear before. The main character is Sage. The sense of humor from him is just ridiculous. Like, I kid you not, it is, like, my sense of humor. It's the, like, sarcastic humor. It's, like, no, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of whenever in, like the animated Spider-Man shows, whenever he, like, yells out his little quips. And Or even in the movies, like whenever he yells at his little quips, like come on. Though it's that kind of humor. It's the humor of you're facing down someone you don't like or an enemy or whatever, and you just got kind of go like, "Oh, it's you again. Okay, well," I'm bad at quips. Don't judge me, but it's that kind of humor. But anyway, here's the first page of The False Prince. If I had to do it all over again, I would not have chosen this life. Then again, I'm not sure I ever had a choice. These were my thoughts as I raced away from the market with a stolen roast tucked under my arm. I'd never attempted roast thievery before, and I was already regretting it. It happens to be very difficult to hold a chunk of raw meat while running. More slippery than I'd anticipated. If the butcher didn't catch me with his cleaver first, and literally cut off my future plans, I vowed to remember to get the meat wrapped next time. Then steal it. He was only a few paces behind now, chasing me at a better speed than I'd have expected for a man of his girth. He yelled very loudly in his native language, one I didn't recognize. He was originally from one of the far western countries, undoubtedly a country where killing a meat thief was allowed. It was this sort of thought that encouraged me to run faster. I rounded a corner just as the cleaver suddenly cut into a wood post behind me. Even though he was aiming for me, I couldn't help but admire his throwing accuracy. If I hadn't turned when I did, the cleaver would have found its target. And that's the first page. Roller coaster of things going on there. Yes. I actually bookmarked that second page. If I was reading through it again, I would probably understand why. I think it might have been for that comment about the meat cleaver, but anyway. Yeah, so you can kind of see he quips a little even in his own mind, like, look at his accuracy. Like, I'm gonna remember to get this wrapped next time before I steal it. Like, just these random odd thoughts that just float through his head. And it's just, I don't know, there's just something very charming about the main character that I absolutely love. Just this whole thing is just great. So now, like I said, I'm probably gonna have spoilers throughout this whole book. I'm just gonna find a randomly bookmarked page. It has to be bookmarked though, because I want to read through it quickly and, oh, here's a randomly bookmarked one, and figure out why I bookmarked it, and then I'm gonna read to you that part. So hold on, let's see. Okay, maybe not this one. That's not a page I want to read. Okay, yes, this page. This is a good page. This is, okay, I have this thing, side note, this has nothing to do with the book yet, but, side note, I have favorite words, like, I just like the way they sound, but because I can't settle on, like, one specific favorite word, I categorize them by what letter they start with, so, like, my favorite D words are darling and delightful. I just love the way they sound, and, like, my favorite T word is tenacious. But my favorite I word is incorrigible, and this book is why. And here's the bit where it says this. So here's the spot. Graves was gone when Mott shook me awake some time later. He called you incorrigible, Mott said. Honestly, Sage, are you trying to fail? I already told you I could read a little. This morning was a waste of my time. And it's just I'm sorry. It's just him going, I can read a little bit. Why do I have to learn to read? Spoilers for the book, right? So the summary said that he's got to play the prince or he'll certainly be killed. Like, this is kind of an obvious thing. That's not the plot twist in the book. Even the book kind of tries to make it seem that way. But you kind of see that coming. It's kind of hard not to with the title of the book, but it's like, it just, I don't know, there's just something about that in particular which made me really like the word incorrigible, which, if you don't know what the word means, I feel like most of you would, but if you don't know what the word incorrigible means, it's kind of like insufferable, kind of like annoying or irritating, that kind of thing. That's what incorrigible kind of means. But yeah, this is just a very fun book, though. I absolutely love it. Let me see if I can find another page. Okay, here's this probably isn't why I like this page, but this in particular is very important throughout the series. Like, it's a very key concept. So I'm not gonna read the whole paragraph because I want to leave you guys guessing a little bit. But this goes, "Kneel, please," Connor said. "I wish to study you better." "Come as close to me as you'd like," I answered. "Study me here on my feet." "You won't kneel?" "Would a prince?" Like that frickin' snark. But also the thing about him not kneeling is like a key concept throughout the entire series. Like, I know I'm not doing the other books today, but it's a key concept of the entire series. Sage does not kneel for anyone for any reason. He just won't do it. And it's a very prideful thing, but it's very central to his character because he's the type of character who is just like, I have a plan and I am too prideful to kneel because I know that what I'm doing is right and I am above you, because whoever his enemy is, basically he views his enemy as like literal scum. There has only been like one person who he has not deemed literal scum. Which that one person isn't really an enemy, but he gets into so many situations where he could be the enemy that it's like, oh my gosh. But it's just, it's great. Also, another character that I absolutely just love from here, I don't know if I can find where their name is, but wait, haha. Here her name is. There's just this whole I didn't bookmark this page. I wonder why. Anyway, there's this whole thing about this girl named Imogen, and she seems very like, I don't know. She doesn't seem all that important in the book for a really long time, but Sage takes an interest in her for some odd reason. No one knows why. And then things start to make more sense as time goes on, and you're just like, oh, I get it now. I get it. But she is just amazing. I love her to pieces. Like, Sage and Imogen are like my OTP. They're so adorable. Love them. Love them to pieces. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for my book review. I'm trying not to make these too long, and my other ones probably won't even be as long as this one because of my whole intro with the schedule thing. But I seriously recommend that y'all read this. It's The False Prince by Jennifer E. Nielsen, stating it again, just so y'all know. It's such a good read. I swear. I think I read the second book more times than the first. I don't know why. But I specifically remember in middle school reading the second one a lot. But, oh, I think I know why. It's because I was waiting for the third book. And, oh my god, the third book. They're all roller coasters of emotion, I should tell you. Like, oh, they're so good to read. They're so fun to read. And I keep reiterating that. But I would highly recommend this book. If I had to rate this book on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm trying to keep it 1 to 5 so it makes it a little bit easier. Because 1 to 10 is so vague. Like, you could say something's a 6. Well, is a 6 good or is it bad? It's so arbitrarily in the middle. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best and 1 being the absolute worst, I would give this particular book, not just the whole series, but this particular book, I think I would give it I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5, just because it is my favorite book. In the whole series, I think it's my favorite book. I'm pretty sure I have now read this book more times than the others, even though I just said I read the second more, but I don't actually know. I'm not keeping count. Anyway, I give this one a 5 out of 5, and it is a tremendously great read. So I recommend that you go read it, and that is all that I have for you today. So I will see you guys in the next video, and like I said, I'm trying to keep with the schedule. We'll see how that works. I used to just do a song video whenever the mood struck me, but I'm going to try and do things this way. I'm going to try and have a song every week, so we'll see how that goes, but thank you guys for watching, and bye!